Hey guys, how's it going? Happy Father's Day to you out there. I hope you're all having a good one. And we're going to have a fun little match here between myself and RTK Platypus. Little RTK on RTK action. I think we're just having some fun with this game, as Platypus is a good friend of mine. Frequently enjoy their presence. And we are having a good old vampire showdown as well. I am piloting the Vampire Coast against their vampire counts. I believe they have two Fellbats, skeleton spearmen, skeleton warriors, and spearmen mixed throughout the front line. I believe it's double White King. No, it's a White King, a Von Karstein Vampire Lord, and a Necromancer with the Forbidden Rod. Double Corpse Cart with Unholy Lodestone, two Black Knights, and a Black Coach. I believe there's some Graveguard with Grave Weapons in the back line as well. So very interesting elite skeleton rush from Platypus. For me, I was trying something a little different. I have the Night Terror, Morgul Haunters, some zombie pirate gunning mobs with hand cannons and handguns mixed, 4 bombers, and 5 zombies in the front line, some with pole arms, some without, and Big Daddy Count Noctilus, and 2 gunnery whites. A lot of guns and not a lot to defend it, but we do have in the trees, technically hidden, our boy, the Bloated Corpse. So you see, he's clearly very hidden. You definitely cannot see him. He's got the hidden attribute. How could you possibly see him behind this tree that he's wider than? Perfectly balanced. So as we start off the game, I'm going to try to push up as I want to save that Bloated Corpse for the late game. I know I'm going to get a big blob fight and definitely 100% get great value out of him. Totally. But there's a trick here that is a bit of a problem. Some Fellbats start gunning immediately for my Bloated Corpse. It's almost as if they knew he was there. But I decide to pull over all my guns and immediately route them away unless they want to catch some serious fire. So the vampire counts are advancing, I believe. Yep, now I start advancing. Otherwise, that would be a big old fat rule break, and we don't want to do that. So I do have to advance as long as I am not in range to shoot. So the bombs are going to be pretty good at taking out the skeleton front line. We have some decent guns to poke at their troops, but I do believe my lack of a proper front line is going to be a problem. A Wraith Storm going down nice and early against the White King, just getting some free damage down while I can. And these bats are going to fly over. Now, these hand cannons have a good amount of spread, so when they start firing, you're going to see some real damage come down here. Yeah, take that, Fellbats. Get out of here. Get out of here. I mostly just want to try the hand cannons, and I believe Platypus and I are having some fun anyway. Thought I could try it out, see if they were any good. I remember somebody, maybe Anticity, maybe Hyaline, one of them using the hand cannons to great effect against Pterodon riders. And yeah, you can see they just blast the Fellbats on their way down. So these are mostly a meme, but hey, if your targets are in the air, maybe they have some good work to them. Now these bombers are trying to shoot off into these Black Knights, but they're already a little bit compromised as some of the elite knights ram through my pathetic zombies. A Black Coach gets through easily as well. Morgul Haunters are going to jump over here and start crumping on these Black Knights, trying to defend the handguns. Scab Scrath coming through my bombers. But you can see my guns are all largely compromised already, and that is really bad. The Von Karstein Lord summoning a Vargulf, which is very interesting, and skeletons pressuring in on my handguns. So most of the guns are running, which is very bad. These shotguns are trying to get a shot off onto the Vargulf, I think, but for some reason they're not having the best time with that, even though the line of sight should be perfect. And the front line is going very poorly for me. The back line is going very poorly for me. There's a lot of things going quite poorly. Night Terrors are doing fine, though. Gunnery Whites are doing well. Also fighting their way through things, though I do need to get them away from this Vargulf. I really don't want to fight it. It's quite tanky for a summon, so I just need to let that stuff pass without much harm, hopefully. Hand cannons pulling back. That Vargulf is still all over my gunnery white, and I do not like that one bit. Though, the vampire counts have taken a good amount of damage on their advance. These Black Knights are messed up. These Black Knights are pretty low. That White King has taken a lot of damage. Both the bats are knocked offline. That Black Coach is taking a lot, so we're getting some damage back where we can. This Vargulf is still just monkey punching Noctilus into the ground, which is really bad for me. I need him to hurry up and go away. Gunnery white at 1/3 health missing. And our Bloated Corpse friend still has not been spotted. Good for him. He's gonna pull it out in late game. He's gonna be a good boy. You'll see. You'll all see the power of the Bloated Corpse. Night Terrors just running around, getting whatever they can get their hands on and slapping it to death. So we'll see how that goes. My handguns are trying to get back online, but they're soon chopped down by some Graveguard with great weapons. Shotgun zombies over here. Zombies with a shotgun. That's a reverse of the usual zombie criteria. And yeah, there's nothing left to defend them much anymore, so they're trying to just run and defend themselves, but they're having a bad go of it. And an excellent cast of Scabscraft there from Platypus, doing a good amount of damage and starting them crumbling all over again. Noctilus and the Gunnery Wights trying to move up, maybe free them a little bit so they can back up, but it's looking a little bleak at this point for my infantry, and it's going to come down to the Hard Knock Life and his Gunnery pals in their 3v the world, as it always is. Over here, the Night Terrors were doing well, but once they were beset on all sides by Black Knights and Spearmen, they are suddenly having quite a bad time. And I believe, ooh, yes, I believe that's a Pit of Shades cast from me. A surprise for Platypus there, trying to grind down some of these Graveguard with great weapons, doing good damage in the meantime. The Von Karstein Lord getting in here, pretending he's Vlad the Dad, but he is not, and he should get out of here very quickly, as the double Gunnery Wights and Noctilus could put a serious hurting on him if they put their minds to it. And it looks like they will. A Scabscrath coming in here from the Vampire Coast. Does it hit all Vampire Counts units? I would guess. Either that or Platypus has a masochistic streak. And one of my hand cannons has disintegrated away. Another handgun is close behind it. Oh wait, no, that was a regular handgun. I have both my hand cannons. Ha-ha! Though they're not long for this world either. Unfortunate. The Night Terrors are pretty much done. My last zombie left out there. Is that even a real zombie or is that a summon? Looks like it might be a summon, so not even my real zombie. I have no real zombies left. I've got no friends left. That White King is severely damaged. The Von Karstein Vampire Lord is fine for the most part. We don't see his healing cap yet, so that can get plenty of love in there. This Necromancer with an AoE healing aura will also be fine. So I'm starting to pull the battle back a little bit towards my Bloated Corpse just in case I need his help. But it is looking like I'm a wee bit outnumbered. Skeleton Warriors, 3 units of Graveguard with great weapons, 1 Summon Zombie, some Spearmen, Black Knights. Yeah, it's a lot. It's going to be a lot for Noctilus and his 2 Crab pals to take out. So they summon some friends to help them out. Zombie summons versus zombie summons over here, and we get into a little bit of a bump and grind. Now I believe I'm just going to start slapping for the fences and hope that everything blobs up on me for a really nice Bloated Corpse charge. But unfortunately for me, Platypus is on to some of my sneaky schemes and leaves the Black Knights out to just slowly regen up next to their Corpse Cart friend. Graveguard are also regenning up, and it looks like they are just sending in Graveguard one at a time to slowly whittle me down while the other ones recover some stamina. Very nicely played, very patient. Knows that this is just going to be a bump and grind game, and especially since I used Pit of Shades earlier, they are very aware that we should not be grouping up, otherwise my Pit of Shades or double Scabscrath will be extremely effective. And unfortunately for Platypus, if they have any Scabscrath left, they'll be using it mostly on their own troops, as, yep, that one comes through, but it hits 2 of my summons and hits some of their real troops, so quite unfortunate. At this point, both summons are debilitated and gone. I cast another Scabscrath on the side. I'm really just trying to force in all of these troops and hope to get a nice blob for my Bloated Corpse, who's still hidden, still chilling behind this tree. Definitely can't be seen. Nope. Nope, that is one hidden-ass Bloated Corpse, my friends. Another summon going down as I got the Gunnery Wights onto the Necromancer somehow. Trying to do some good damage there, take out some Winds of Magic regen and healing. Really bullying that character down. And now a good pile-in is coming, and the Bloated Corpse is on the move, shambling in. I'm hoping that Platypus has most of their micro-focused in this area. Hoping that they're not looking in this direction. Oh, Vampire Counts blob up on me, all nice. Yes! The only things outside the blob is 1 unit of Skeleton Warriors, a Necromancer, and a Corpse Cart with the Unholy Lodestone. Have they noticed that the Bloated Corpse is coming? He starts his charge animation! They haven't moved yet! You see the Black Knights now starting to pull out. Everybody's trying to sprint out, but boom! Nice hit from the Bloated Corpse. And so many of these things are dying. And the balance of power is still not in my favor, but that is a lot of chaff hitting the dirt. So very nice cast there, and I was waiting for that moment to use another Deckhand mobs. Didn't want to blow them up for any reason. Both my Gunnery Wights are quite damaged. I should spend some mana healing them soon, but I believe I needed to get summons out. Yep, there's an Invocation of Nehek, and unfortunately the Pit of Shades earlier did cost me quite a bit of Winds of Magic, so I think I'm running low at this point. That Necromancer is still barely alive in the back, and both Corpse Carts with Unholy Lodestones are trying to heal up their chaff, but their chaff is just so wounded from the Bloated Corpse hit. It looks like they're going to disintegrate away anyway, and that is a lot of Platypus's forces just disappearing. Now there's a White King, a Von Karstein Lord, 2 worthless corpse carts, and a Necromancer, and some Skeleton Warriors versus all of this vampire pirate meat. I do think I am in a strong disadvantage at this point, though the balance of power is rooting against me. I think my characters are just much more valuable. And the Necromancer in the background just crumbles away for no reason. Poor thing. Now one of these Graveguard is about to disappear. I do have another Zombie Pirate Deckhand Mob summon coming in just to give myself a little more chaff. The Von Karstein Lord hurts himself a little bit trying to overcast and get some more summoned Skeleton Warriors down here. And I got a Gunnery Wight just outside of the battle. Was hoping to get a few shots in and also just stop the crumbling on that character. I cast an Invocation of Heck, a single target on Noctilus, just trying to keep him alive. He's a little more important than both of the Gunnery Wights to me, as the last Graveguard with great weapons falls away. And with that, the Gunnery Wights should be safe in my mind. They should be doing okay. But Noctilus is getting worked on by this White King. Quite unfortunate for him. The White King is quite the duelist. 2 warriors, 1 summoned, 1 regular, standing around, doing their best. As another zombie summon comes down, the Von Karstein Lord is very low, and Noctilus putting the hurt down on him. He is most certainly not Vlad Von Karstein and needs to pull out of there. I think my last summon is going to be running out soon, and then it will be these 2 Armored Crabs and Noctilus versus a whole bunch of skeletons and zombies. I chase the Von Karstein Lord out of the pocket and try to finish him off, knocking him down in the process, and Noctilus runs out here too. Yep, my last bastion of hope has faded away, and now it is just my triple character squad, and crumbling is going to be my worst enemy. But this Von Karstein Lord is taking a bunch of damage. Terrible time for him, and I believe that will kill him. Yep. So the enemy has no Lord. Balance of power still in the enemy's favor as a White King hits Noctilus in the back. This Gunnery Crab running over here to fight some zombies, and Noctilus and this other crab attempting to fight the White King, but it looks like they're getting trapped up on each other a little bit. Very unfortunate. Some powerful characters indeed if they can just get past each other. I'm actually kind of surprised this Gunnery Wight is not crumbling, but his health is quite low, and the White King is getting slapped down. Balance power going even more against me at this point, which I thought was a little insane. This Gunnery Wight's finally about to start crumbling again. If the White King can maybe get a good attack off on him, maybe he can finish off this crab, which would be a big deal, cutting my forces in 1/3. But he is spending most of his time getting stun locked by this giant crab. It looks like just slow pings from the Skeleton Warriors and leadership will start grinding down that Gunnery Wight. Oh, he is just about dead. 1 health and gone. So it's down to Noctilus and a single crab. But that White King is also not having a great time. 300 health. Maybe 1 more bullet or a good attack from one of these crabs could take him out. So I believe that the zombies and Skeleton Warriors, I think both of these are summons, and I think that means both of them will be crumbling away quite soon. I do need to issue better attack orders on the Gunnery Wight and get him on top of that White King. As we see, I could bring him down. He's below 100 health, and he's crumbling away. I wonder when these summons are going to run out. That will be critical. The balance of power is very heavily in the favor of the vampire counts at this point, but I think that is a crock of malarkey. As the zombies fade away, that one, there we go. Finally disintegrating into dust. This one's at -50 leadership and only 1,000 health. Gunnery Wight and Noctilus at a combined 1,400 health. That is really bad for them. That Gunnery Wight crumbling away is bad for me, but Noctilus is hanging on leadership. So, if we just take a moment to assess the situation here, I have a Gunnery Wight and Count Noctilus versus 2 corpse carts. Balance of power is very against me at this point, which I find ludicrous. So that Gunnery Wight is still crumbling, and Noctilus is just trying to get his hits in as best he can. And now that corpse cart is gone. But let's see here. They are just so low against this full health corpse cart. Balance of power says this corpse cart could do it, even though it has a weapon strength of 26, and Noctilus has a weapon strength of 430. That Gunnery Crab is going to fade away here. Yep, and it finally crumbles. So this thing, balance of power takes a massive shift just there, but right now it thinks it's even. This thing with a weapon strength of 26 would have to hit Noctilus maybe, let's see, 4 times 6. 24 times in a row would have to hit Noctilus, and he has to hit it 3 times, maybe twice to kill it. But the balance of power is maybe this is even, maybe he's got it. Noctilus versus a corpse cart. The corpse cart isn't even swinging back. Another hit from Noctilus just brings the balance of power away in his favor, and his halberd is doing tons of work on this corpse cart, and it finally crumbles away. I enjoyed that replay a lot, and I thought I would share it with you people. So let's see. I wonder what the Bloated Corpse's value was. 89 kills, 1,300 value about on the Bloated Corpse. That's juicy. That's delicious. That is a lot of damage. Now that's a lot of damage. Noctilus getting 3,300. Gunnery White's getting 2,800, 1,800 respectively. The rest of this crap not paying for itself. Probably a bad idea. One of the hand cannons sort of paying for itself, 700 up there. Let's check the Von Karstein Lord, about 2,000. Necromancer, not much. White King, about 2,000. Now that's Value City. Skeleton's doing fine. Skeleton's doing fine. Graveguard with Great Weapons doing fine. Black Knight's doing well. So the value around the Vampire Count's army was quite spread out. Maybe the Black Coat struggled a little bit, but that was a lot of fun. And 1,336, 1,296. So about 2,600 men enter, 1 man leaves. Perfect vampire play. You love to see it.